guys. It's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Weekend's officially over. It's 4:30 a.m. Monday morning. I have off today. That's why I love to say that. It's Monday morning. It's Monday morning. I got big plans for today, and I'm probably going to blow it by sleeping. But at least I tried. I made plans. Tammy, Jesco, hi. Maiko, listen. Bite my, yeah. Uh, I was late because someone was DMing me. Hi, Casey. Look at her. 3 months. That is officially way longer than almost anybody I date. Yep. And I'm barely late. I'm kind of late. I'm always late. But I can be late. You guys can be late. You can come in 10 minutes from now. Go take a 10-minute nap and then come back. See, you'll be fine. All right. Hi, Sandra. Kelly's always first. It's like you guys aren't even trying anymore. I wouldn't either. I'd be like, screw that. Let's see who we can get in chat today. We already got Tammy and Jessica who haven't been here in a while. Who else is going to come today? Let's start with, you know what? Let's just start with this guy. Yeah, he's done. He's done with people today. Done. Hi, Eric.
Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is Miss Buchanan. She's number 5 on the docket whenever the court is ready.
No, not for laughs. Sometimes I laugh.
All right, we've got 22 CR
Same.
5656. It's actually listed at number 5 and number 63. Because that's the hearing just later this afternoon. If we're going to go to hearing. All right, People versus Buchanan entries.
Kate Knowles for the people.
Maddie Curry from the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Miss Buchanan. She does appear in custody in person to my left.
All right, ready for hearing this afternoon?
No, Your Honor, we are hoping to admit open to the court today.
Always.
And to plead this court to consider revoking and reinstating Miss Buchanan on her probation in this matter. If the court would like to hear first from defense, I do have argument prepared.
Well, first I need to hear from Ms. Buchanan. So, ma'am, you were on probation for a drug felony 2. A DF2 carries a potential sentence to the Department of Corrections of between 4 to 8 years, unless there are aggravating circumstances, and it could be as much as 16 years. There's a 2-year period of mandatory parole. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And the allegations are that you failed to report for appointments on June 6th and August 6th of 2024. You did appear at probation on May 23rd, but you stopped reporting thereafter. That you left the address that you had told probation that you would be living at. That you submitted a UA that was hot for THC, methamphetamines, and opiates. It's my understanding you wish to admit those allegations.
Yes, sir.
And you understand that if I accept your admission, that you're subject to the sentencing that we just talked about.
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have the right to have a hearing on
Good
these
call. Good
allegations,
call.
that you have a right to be represented by your attorney at that hearing. You have a right to testify or not testify at that hearing. And if you chose to remain silent, I wouldn't use your silence against you. You have a right to call witnesses in your defense at that hearing. And if I were to rule that there was a probation violation, you would have the right to appeal that adverse ruling to a higher court. Do you understand that you have these rights?
Yes, sir.
The DA would also
With a
have to
dippy
prove
egg?
the allegations by a preponderance of the evidence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand if I accept your admission, you're giving up these rights?
Yes, sir.
Anybody making any threats or promises to you to get you to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Understanding the potential penalty, understanding the rights you're giving up, do you still want to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then I'll accept your admission, finding it knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily entered into. Counsel, if you want to go first.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Buchanan was sentenced to
Okay, I'm not even trying to be funny this time. I was just thinking about it, and actually, a little bit of pineapple, a little bit, just a tiny bit, would be good in that. That would taste really good.
probation in May of this year. She was sentenced to complete that probation, and I believe it was transferred to Pueblo County. When she got to Pueblo County, she was hopeful that Pueblo is where her family lives, her extended family, and she was hopeful that being in Pueblo was going to give her the support that she needed to complete probation successfully. However, when Ms. Buchanan got back to Pueblo and moved back in with her mother and father, it quickly became apparent that that living situation was not going to be safe for Ms. Buchanan. Her dad, she reports, is
That's exactly what I would have said.
is a pretty bad alcoholic, and that he would frequently get drunk and, in her words, beat on her, but essentially assault her in the home. He had at times destroyed her phone, destroyed various pieces of her property and furniture.
Then I would wait, and I would wait for you to leave angrily. They're gonna do everything around here. And then when you got there, I would be, hey, while you're there, can you pick up?
At the home, and it was no longer safe for her to be in Pueblo.
And why did y'all ask for Judge Englert to give you probation? Everyone is heading divert on this, and then y'all convinced Judge Englert. My guess is the sentencing hearing on that date was Pueblo's a great place. Family support, et cetera, et cetera. And now, you want me to say you got one over on Judge Englert, so I should give her another chance now because Pueblo wasn't a good place?
Your Honor, I have no. Ms. Buchanan was represented by alternate defense counsel at the last court date, and so I ran a ethical conflicts check with Ms. Buchanan and my supervisor, and there wasn't one for the probation revocation. I don't know why ultimately this went from a divert offer to just standard probation in Pueblo. My guess is that it was because Ms. Buchanan thought she was going to have more support in Pueblo. I will say that since returning to Denver, she now has a supportive fiance. He is here in the courthouse this morning. She just got new housing and is going to be paying rent and staying with a friend here in Denver. She has 2 jobs lined up in Denver, one in landscaping and one in retail, working in bridal alterations. And she also has connected with a sober treatment facility, Dogstar Recovery. I was hoping to get documentation from Dogstar about Ms. Buchanan's acceptance into the program, but just given how quickly this set over was from our last court date, I wasn't able to obtain those. However, I have been in contact with them, and it sounds like Ms. Buchanan is really just hoping to work on her recovery and sobriety at this time. I will say, Judge, it just seems that when Ms. Buchanan was sentenced in this case, she was not really in a place where she had the support that she needed to be successful, and that's different now. She, used to be in a relationship with the co-defendant in this case. He was not a good influence on her, and she was pregnant at the time, but lost her child during the pendency of this court case. Sounds like it was stress-induced from the case.
That would be Fozzie texting me while I'm trying to record this. Okay, that one is a different That one's now. The other one was before. The next one is before.
Her mother's bad health
Or
and her
now.
relationship with this person.
Drug use?
And potentially. Your Honor, Ms. Buchanan also has a lot just going on with her family. Her mother's health has been suffering pretty greatly. She's had 3 minor strokes and a minor heart attack in the past 5 years. She also has a emotional support animal who is pregnant right now. And so she's hoping
It's
to
a
get out
llama.
of custody to be able to take care of both of her, her mother and her dog. Her dog's name is Loka. And to give
She lives on
probation
the
another
second
try.
floor? Yes, it was earlier when I was trying to record this. You were.
And so, Judge, we are asking to revoke and reinstate Ms. Buchanan on probation. I do believe that it is notable to this court that this is her only case in Colorado. I did note, obviously, the pretrial report notes 2 priors. However, at least since 2022, Ms. Buchanan hasn't picked up any new law violations. This is the only case that she's had. And so, Judge, we're just asking at this time to reinstate Ms. Buchanan on probation.
Prosecution?
Thank you, Your Honor. Getting up to speed on this case, I would note that the assigned DA who pleaded it out or did not come up with the offer, but can't speak to whatever mitigation was considered, but noting the quantities of the controlled substances and the gun and the prior felonies, which include a gun felony, and the fact that the defendant was found within 100 feet of a school. Those are concerning facts for the people, and the offer of not only a DF2, but it sounds like the people had also asked for probation at the initial sentencing hearing, which I know has continued many, many times, but eventually proceeded back in May of this year. My notes reflect that Mr. Sunshine requested a suspended 6-year DOC sentence. I did not see that in the minute order from Judge Englert, so I don't know whether or not that was granted or not. I don't know whether or not the defendant would be successful on probation if given this additional chance. But I would just note the people's concerns, given the aggravated facts of this case, the failures on probation to date. So I don't think that a DOC sentence would be inappropriate at this point.
He's thinking, and that's never good. Never good.
Ma'am, you have the right to tell me anything you'd like me to know before I sentence.
I just want to take acceptance
Always.
in my part of not showing up to probation. I apologize for not being in touch. I did think that being in Pueblo with my parents and my family would be very supportive, but when I got there, I found out my dad was drinking again, and it was just a bad situation.
Let's not blame our dad.
Knowing that I accept my responsibility and not showing up, and I apologize.
You've had a drug issue since at least 2012 when you picked up the felony in Georgia, and then 2019, you're committing first-degree burglaries, and then you're out here in Colorado, drugs and a gun. You've earned a prison sentence. You really have. I don't know where your head's at. I'll give you a shot at 5 years of ComCore. But I'm telling you right now, you wash out of ComCore, we're not just doing a change of address. We're gonna have a full-blown sentencing hearing, and I may give you a greater sentence when you come back. So if you want to walk away, just know you're not just getting a 5-year sentence when you come back. It'll be more. You want to try ComCore or no?
But
I really wish
Judge,
you gave me a second chance, Your Honor, but if that's all you can do.
Ma'am, you've had 3 chances. You've had chances in 2012, 2019, and here. I don't know how many times you can use the word second chances.
Let me show you that I can do good, Your Honor.
Your
Please.
choices now are a 5-year prison sentence or 5 years in ComCore, which if you wash out, will
Good
be
morning,
more than
beautiful.
5 years in prison when you come back.
Um,
Maybe Fozzie is subbed to more than one channel.
What is ComCore all the way? Like, what is that?
I can pass this case, Judge, to talk about community corrections with Ms. Buchanan. We had discussed it, but I can do that in greater
But
depth.
if you're ready to, if everything your attorney has said is accurate, then and you're really willing to confront this, you're going to get treatment. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years in community corrections. We'll see what happens. Do you have any other holds?
No, Judge.
All right, then you're going to be held in the Denver County Jail until there's an opening for the community corrections. I think ComCore is the right sentence, so I'm just going to make the call. I'm going to resentence you to 5 years of community corrections. It's community-based. You'll have the chance to work. You'll have the chance to take care of your dog. You'll have it, well, within reason. You'll have a chance to do drug treatment, and you'll also have a chance to fail if that's what you want. So good luck.
Thank you.
I'll come talk to you.
So when you're in ComCore, you get locked up, but then you get sort of released a little bit. And you go through these steps and stages. So at first you get locked up and you go through drug training, or abuse training, or, making better decisions or whatever. Once that is done, then you can like go on work release and get a job. And if you do really well there, then you can go home like once a week during the day, and she can take care of her dog and blah blah blah. So it's just steps that you go through. But you're locked up at first and you can't leave and you're guarded, and it's just like jail until you make it through. And if you don't make it through, then you go to jail or prison, whichever the judge says. There's no probation after ComCore. ComCore is after probation, which she messed up on again. Hello. What? Nothing we did encourages cleaning. If anything that happened here encourages people to clean something, tell me what it is, because I'm not having it. What in the? No. Okay. Next is the wrong folder. We're going to stick with this judge, I think, for one more. Nope, we're going to go to another judge, then we're coming back. I feel I'm missing a clip, and I don't know what it is, but
Okay. Mr. Austin, you were supposed to be applying for job. Your GED assessment was last Wednesday, and you were supposed to be applying for 2 more jobs. And you need to have your face fully on the camera, Mr. Austin, if you're gonna be appearing via Zoom.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's going on with your job application process and your GED program?
Okay, I still been filling out jobs. I have an interview at 4, at 4:15. It's a Zoom interview with a job. And with my GED, okay, so it was a lot of miscommunication going on with that. My officer, I think she's on here, but it's a lot of miscommunication. The email that they have is, well, it's the 880young433@gmail.com. And that was the email that me and Miss Diane has, been texting, communicating through. But the email that HCC had got, that they forwarded the message to Miss Diane. Miss Diane forwarded the message to my probation officer to where I supposed to let them know. And
good question. Remember last week, you weren't there, Fozzie, in Judge Fleischer's court. You weren't there last week, all week. In Judge Fleischer's court, I think it was Thursday. He had to go to court 10 a lot on Thursday. Could have been Wednesday. Hell, it could have been a month ago. I don't know. This is court 10. And I hope we didn't miss it. This guy says her name. I think it's like Mrs. Robinson or something like that. I can't remember her name. He says it. He might have already said it and we missed it because I wasn't paying attention. But at least we found out her name, even though I forgot it.
Date to where I was supposed to come up there, and I let them know. And I went up there. I think that was Wednesday. I went up there, but the lady, when I showed her, she was like, "You never replied to this email." And I showed them like, "Man, I did," but she was looking for a reply from the other email that I had. I don't use that email no more.
Okay, what is the, we gotta get moving with this. Did you show up or not?
Yes, I showed up. I had them send an email to my probation officer to let them know I showed up.
Okay, and did you start your assessment in your
No,
class?
no, ma'am. That's what I was trying to get to explain to you. The lady said that I couldn't start because the other lady was in orientation, but I have a date to go tomorrow at 9:30 to
And then
redo
is
it.
that when you're gonna be starting?
That's when I go and
We've
do the
never seen
GED
her.
assessment. I have to go take the test again, the same test that I took at WAPMAC, so they can see what level I'm on.
That's tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to show up in person next time, Mr. Austin. You need to show up in person on Monday.
I mean,
We have to make sure
I
that
can't.
you are, that you
No.
understand.
My probation officer, I mean, I had her, the lady sent her email, Miss Thomas. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. It was just a lot of miscommunication.
Thomas.
The lady said I couldn't
Did you hear him? Miss Thomas. Miss Thomas. He called her Miss Thomas. She did not correct him. Therefore, her name is Judge Thomas.
do the test that day because the lady that's supposed to do my test was in orientation. Miss Paramore, she has the email and everything, and I can forward the email to Miss Regina to show her. Like I went up there, I was trying to take a picture and everything. The
So
lady emailed
you're
me.
going, hold on, just slow down. Are you going tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going up there tomorrow at 9:30.
Ms.
Okay.
Paramore, do you know when the classes are supposed to start after he takes the assessment?
Once he completes his assessment, then he will be enrolled to GED classes.
You know how many days a week?
I do not know exactly, but I can get that information from the agents. I can get it from them once he completes his assessment.
Okay, I need both of y'all here in person, next Monday for an update for the court. Alrighty, thank you.
All right, that's it.
Next.
Yes, ma'am.
Judges are done. They're done today. They're not messing around on our docket today. Now, I think I'm missing a clip. I think this one might be it. So I'm just going to play it.
Your Honor, if we can call the case for Mr. Daniels, it's number
This is
13 on the
it.
docket.
Yay.
Number 13.
That's Michael's favorite number that Victoria calls.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. All right, 24 CR 537, People versus
I still have to take the trash out. I don't want to take the trash out. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm tired.
Daniels. Entries.
Tom Walton for the people.
Ben Britton on behalf of Mr. Daniels, who appears on bond in person at the podium to my left.
All right, we are set for trial on the 8th. Is the prosecution ready to proceed?
Your Honor, I believe we have a plea today.
We believe.
Court should have the paperwork. It's people's understanding that
Oh my God, she's so cute. She looks exactly like she sounds. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on a second. She literally looks, bruh. You feel me? You know what I mean? Oh, sugar. Oh my gosh, her name is Kathy. Her name is Kathy. Doesn't she look exactly like she sounds? Every inch of her. Yep. Working on it. I'm working on it, Bobby. Thank you, Fozzie. Fozzie found her picture in his phone.
Mr. Daniels would be pleading to an added count 2 menacing as a misdemeanor 1 with a stipulation to 364 days in the Denver County Jail.
Your Honor, that is defense's understanding as well. However, we would be requesting to set over sentencing.
Why?
Your Honor, so
I forgot to tell you before we go, one more word. This judge, he hates stipulations, okay? Because they tie his hands, and these lawyers know it. So the lawyers have stipulated to how much time this guy's going to get. The judge doesn't get to decide how much time this guy's going to get because the lawyers have stipulated to what it's going to be, which just ticks the lawyer, just ticks him off. It just he tells them point blank, I'm going to stop taking these stipulations as I hate them. I'm the judge. You guys can do what you want, but I'm the judge here. So they stipulated, and then they said, but we need time before sentencing. And he's right. He's like, why? Why would you possibly need time? It's a stipulation.
my apologies. I know this is not of the court's concern, but for consideration, I did come into this case. And this appears to be a plea, given the history Mr. Daniels has, that would likely need
Hey!
to have some mitigation
4
presented for the
minutes.
court's consideration.
3 minutes,
I
really.
have been in conversation with him, but I would
Actually, I think I was only 2 minutes late.
like more time to have that conversation. He's
Well,
also,
we
There's
can
a
set it over
delay.
for him to get his affairs, but you're asking me to accept a stipulation of 364, which means there is no mitigation. It's a stipulation of 364.
I understand.
If you
Your
don't want that, then we've got a trial set.
Your Honor, and just in case the court was hesitant to accept the proposed sentence, and I do believe, sorry, I was getting to the second part, which is Mr. Daniels would like just a little bit of time to get his affairs in order, even as little as a week. But just to get everything kind of situated.
Is this your understanding of what you're doing, Mr. Daniels?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and let's not
Yes, sir.
have any misunderstanding. The
Yes.
paperwork here says you and your attorney are stipulating with the DA that the sentence will be 364 in exchange for a misdemeanor and not a felony.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I accept that, I'm not getting in the middle of that. You're not going to argue for less. You
Be right
enter into
back.
this plea, you bank on 364.
I respect that, Your Honor.
Counsel waive further advisal under Rule 5?
Yes.
How old are you, sir?
49 years old, sir.
And how far did you get in school?
I did 2 years at Community College of Denver. I graduated from John F. Kennedy High School.
Good. So I asked that question to all defendants because these hearings are done in English, the paperwork's in English. So I like to make sure that everyone reads, speaks, understands English.
Understandable.
And you do?
Yes, sir.
Are you a veteran of the United States military?
No, sir.
Under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medications, anything that would be affecting your judgment today?
No, sir.
All right, the count to which you are pleading guilty reads that on January 26, 2024, you, by any threat or physical action, did unlawfully or knowingly place or attempt to place Jacob Spey in fear of imminent serious bodily injury. To that count, do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
All right, then let's make sure that you understand that by the agreement, the sentence in this case will be 364 days in the county jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I have one question, Your Honor.
Sure.
Can I get my, I did from January the 25th to
Yes.
July the 8th or 9th. I just bonded out July the 9th or something like that. I was just wondering if I can get that time.
Yeah, well, that's sentencing. We'll set it over for sentencing to get your affairs in order
Okay.
since you just bonded out, but we'll talk about pre-sentence confinement credit at the sentencing date.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Does he have the paperwork in front of him?
He does, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm looking at this request to plead guilty, Rule 11 advisement. Are those your initials next to each numbered paragraph?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean you went through this line by line with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
And if you had any questions, did he answer them?
No, sir. I'm good.
I'm asking you if you had any questions, did he answer your questions?
Oh, yes, he did, sir. I'm sorry about that. Yes.
Do you have any questions for me about anything that's in that document?
No, Your Honor, not actually. No.
Well, if it's not an actual question, I can't answer it.
I'm sorry about that. I'm just trying to be too formal. My bad.
That's all right.
Apologize.
Page 1, there's a paragraph 2, lettered paragraphs A through H. These are the rights.
Welcome
that you
back,
have.
doctor.
The right to be presumed innocent, have the DA prove the charges, your right to trial, appeal, etc. As outlined in this document, do you understand that you have each and every one of those rights?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you are giving up all of those rights. There is no trial. You're guilty and all we're doing
I too have a protein water.
is going to sentencing.
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I understand.
All right, understanding the rights you're giving up, understanding what the sentence is going to be. Do you still want to do this today?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll accept your plea, finding it knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily entered into. We'll vacate the trial on October 8th.
This judge is great. He has long dockets too, 8-hour dockets.
How much time does he need to get his affairs in order?
It sounds,
Your Honor, I have on the 8th, I have a SSI appointment. After the 8th, I'm ready.
Just remember, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
Yes, sir.
How much time do you need?
Maybe a week or two.
Hear that? Did you hear that? Remember it. Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered.
2 weeks. at the
Don't be
max.
greedy.
14 days would be sufficient, actually.
Well, that is a holiday, so how about October 14th?
I'll be here.
We'll do it in the afternoon.
Not mine, I have pills.
Sentencing at 1:30.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Is that it?
All right, we'll see you back then.
I'll be here, sir. You guys have a good day. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I could call the case for Mr. Yanko.
We're not doing Mr. Yanko. He was boring. We're doing someone else. We're going to go to. Oh, I'm a little nervous. I think maybe. All right, hold on. I'm going to turn the volume down before I start this next one because I'm worried that maybe it's loud. Lori's husband always gives us a problem with volume, doesn't he? Right? Is this Lori's husband? I don't remember, guys. Let's just go with it.
Mr. Seeger, are you ready?
Oh, no, it's not. It's someone else.
Good morning. Good morning. So you're Craig Anderson, correct? Okay, good morning. Mr. Seeger is here on the defendant's behalf. This is the date for sentencing on the defendant's conviction of unlawful use of a license plate for registration. Mr. King is here
Hi,
from our
Donald.
probation office on the screen. And that is file 1893 of 2024. Mr. Seeger, have you had an opportunity to go to the pre-sentence report with your client? Is it accurate and complete?
Yes, Your Honor, no material additions, corrections, or deletions.
All right, then what else would you like me to know?
Your Honor, by way of elocution, I'm not sure if the court recalls, but originally we attempted to complete sentencing, but there was an error with the pre-sentence report through nobody's fault, but it just happened. Originally, when I had spoken with the prosecuting attorney, it was my understanding that they didn't really particularly have an objection to court costs and fines. It's just that there was this matter of restitution that needed to be resolved, which the probation department was able to determine what that amount was, which was $270. My understanding, speaking with Mr. Anderson, is that he will forthwith pay that money as a condition of his sentence. Likewise, pay off his court costs and fines. I would just generally ask.
I don't know what that is.
Recommendation. Clearly, what he did was not appropriate, and it's probably more concerning that at some point in time he realized that it was not an.
Is it your doctor's robes?
Which is the larger problem with it. But be that as it may, Your Honor, he does recognize that it was wrongful, he's remorseful for it, he's going to take care of the parking tickets, and presumably you won't have a similar like problem with him going forward. to Mr. Anderson's credit, he has gone through periods of life where he's struggled financially, where he's not had stable housing, shelters, he's lived in different places, he's struggled financially, but he's now finally to a point where he's stabilized himself. He does have good family support. I've spoken with his family on numerous occasions. He's hopeful that he's headed in the right direction. So be that as it may, Your Honor, is just asking the court to follow the recommendation. He will pay off his court costs and fines and the restitution as soon as it's possible.
Okay, I would like to hear from you, Mr. Anderson. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I'd like to take this time to apologize to Grand Traverse County and the court for taking up a valuable time on something that could have easily been avoided had I made better choices. I'm fully aware of what I did was wrong, and the court won't be seeing me making these sorts of poor choices forthcoming. I apologize.
What's your plan to pay off the $270?
I'm doing odd jobs as I can. I'm disabled and I'm unemployed. So it's a little bit sporadic, but I'm, with the help of friends and family and the labor ready places as I'm physically able to do things. I'll make sure that the county and the courts get taken care of.
Your Honor, I did speak to his daughter at one point in time, and she did indicate that to the extent that there are court costs, fines, and or restitution, which I assured her that most likely would be, that she would make a good faith effort to assist him in any way that he was light on. And she did.
Okay, well, that seems real important to me because I'm sure those accrue late fees, and the victim in this case is probably still being hounded by the city, and
Yes, Your Honor.
and that's very unfair to her. So I want to make sure that that gets paid. So, okay, anything for you, Mr. King?
No, Your Honor.
I would still smack
All
it,
right,
Beverly.
This is sentencing on defendant's conviction of unlawful use of a registration plate. And it was originally charged as a stolen license plate, receiving and concealing less than $200. The defendant befriended Shonda Baggerly, and at some point she realized she was getting parking tickets on her old license plate, and apparently Mr. Anderson, who she had never had at her home as far as she knew, met him over Facebook. She was giving him rides places, but at some point he found out what her address was and took a old license plate that she had. She switched cars in March 23 and must have taken the plate off at that time. The defendant put the plate.
I can't help it, guys. I can't. There's nothing I can do to stop it. So, speaking of flat white,
On his car, and apparently has a hard time complying with the parking laws because there were lots and lots of tickets here. The defendant says he grabbed the plate by mistake. I'll have to assume that that's correct, and that's the reason for the plea offer in this case. The defendant comes to the court with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prior convictions. The first 3 are drunk driving offenses, including
I need to borrow you then because I got off work. Okay. All right. My niece has a walnut tree, and these great big green things just like softballs fall and try to kill you every day you go near this tree. So I grab one. I'm like, it's a walnut. I bet it's a real walnut. I'm gonna take it home and I let it dry out. So I cracked this outer shell. It turned black off, and I scrubbed all the black stuff off it. And I have this walnut that fell from my my niece's tree. Well, I don't have any nutcrackers here. I don't know why. That seems like an important thing a house would have, right? I have none. So I'm off work. This walnut is sitting there trying to make dinner and feed the cats. And this walnut is sitting there, and I keep looking at this walnut. Finally, just grab a pan, and I keep trying to smack this walnut earlier tonight, and it felt good to whack this walnut with this pan. You want to know why? Because the walnut would not crack. So I got to hit it harder and harder. So I'm out there trying to cook, trying to feed the animals. I know I had recorded one half of the Kelly trial, day 10, and then I paused it so I could go cook quick. So I'm trying to hurry up so I can get the Kelly trial over and then I can get my stream done. And it just felt so good. I'm whacking this walnut. This walnut never cracked. I probably have a hammer. I'm not sure where it is. I have a chainsaw. I feel that's overkill, but I'm gonna get this walnut open. If Donald, you could just come over with your butt cheeks whenever you're ready.
felony
you.
driving. And then there's not non-sufficient funds checks in 15. There's a false report of a felony and stalking in 2019. The defendant actually got 2 to 4 in the Department of Corrections for that. And then there is operating on a suspended license in 2024. The defendant does have some mental health issues. He's receiving treatment through ATS, transitioning to Travers Health Clinic and Catholic Human Services. He also is on Suboxone treatment through the Travers Health Clinic. So he obviously has some substance issues, but there's no indication that that was part of the current offense. Apparently, the defendant was remorseful when he spoke to Mr. King, apologetic, and took responsibility for his actions. So I don't know. I just see this very differently than the probation recommendation. I don't know how you get that plate other than sneaking around somebody's house. Well, do you want to explain that? I would like to know because it's not a very satisfactory explanation.
Like an apple grows.
Mrs. Baggerly's house. She worked as a driver for me to pick up automobiles I was buying to sell. So at the time we went and picked up a car around Bloomfield Hills, that license plate wasn't at our house. It was loose in the back of the car, as was the plate I was going to use to transport the car back from Bloomfield Hills back to Traverse City to sell it. I accidentally grabbed that tag by mistake, and that's how the plate ended up.
No, it's not.
I was aware after I received some parking tickets that I had used the plate in error, and I continued to do so, and I apologize for that, and I realized how wrong that was, and the pain and suffering I put Ms. Chandra through. We're friends, and the hassle I caused everybody in the courts and the county and everybody else, that won't happen ever again, and I'll make sure this gets paid forthwith. And
this guy is a master manipulator. He just is. He is a master manipulator, and this judge is awesome. Like, he doesn't care what anybody says unless it's what he wants to hear for this case. This guy keeps talking and the judges, they don't care. He does not care. This judge is great. This is a Hefeweizen.
That's how I ended up with the plate. It was
32
purely a
ounces.
mistake. It was never.
Okay, give me a break. A mistake?
We had
You
two-
put it,
we
you
had
put it
two-
on your car.
We had two, well, it wasn't a mistake that I used the plate. It was a mistake. We had
It
two
was
loose lights.
absolutely deliberate. You put it on your car, you rack up these tickets. Your friend who's trying to help you out is out a bunch of money and being hassled by the city over the parking fines. You knew exactly what you were doing because you can't register a car. And so, and you're not supposed to be driving.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place the defendant on probation because I want the restitution paid. I don't want her to have to worry about whether she's got this outstanding money that's owed. And I will take you off probation as soon as that restitution has been paid. So that amount is $270 plus any late
Thank you,
fees that
Stephen.
the city charges, because they will add late fees. I know that. I will waive the fines and the cost given the defendant's financial
It's delicious.
circumstances.
Doesn't allow
Along-
paid the date.
Along with
Oh,
the
does
Crime
he?
Victims' Rights Fund fee and the judicial system fee. Well, today would be great because I'm sure she's still getting notices from the city. The other thing is I'm gonna sentence you to 10 days in jail because there's a lot more to this case
He's going to
than just
jail.
putting someone else's plate on your car. And you've got a long criminal history and
He's going to jail, guys. I know you missed the whole case,
so
but you should rewind it later because it's really good.
10 days in jail and probation until you pay off the restitution amount. Up to 2 years.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was the probation term?
But I want the restitution paid within 30 days. And if it's not, it'll be a probation violation. Anything else for you, Mr. Seeger?
Yeah.
Okay, or for you, Mr. King?
No, Your Honor.
No, that was his sentence. He's been sentenced to 10 days in jail. It was just a parking violation.
I'll
Not
terminate it as soon as it's paid.
okay. I guess it's more than a parking violation, but you know, he had some of the girls' plates on the car, and then he racked up some traffic tickets on him. And it sucks because, like, she's driving him around out of the goodness of her heart. She's trying to help him, and he steals her license plate, pops it on a car, and keeps getting tickets, ticket after ticket after ticket after ticket. And she's freaking out because she's getting all these tickets. Oh, Donald, your hand better be free on October 15th because I'm going to need it. Just so you know, I'm warning you now. Okay, we did that. We did Comcore. What time is it? Holy cow, guys, it's time for Fleischer already. That 50 minutes went fast. So I decided Thursday, right? Yep. Yep. That's why he was mad. He put her in a jam. Yeah. He wants that woman paid. Yes, Donald, I'm holding your hand when I get nervous because you're going to be right beside me, right? No, I didn't get the dress yet. I'm working on it. Yes, you're blue. Kelly, you were number one. Like, I don't know who was number one. I don't, but you might have been. One of you were number one. I can't remember, but Kelly, you were in the number one-ish range. You're always blue. What? Donald, when I get to Texas, I'm gonna be nervous and I'm gonna hold your hand whenever I'm nervous. So your hand better be free on the 15th. Just so you know. Oh, by the way, hi Lacey. Yesterday I said it was Fletcher's birthday, and I guess I pronounced it weirdly or something because a couple people said happy birthday, Judge. No, wasn't the judge's birthday yesterday. It was Fletcher's birthday yesterday, 66. No, I'm working on it though, Fozzie. So I have everything I need. I just need to do it. I have off today. going to try to get mods their stuff out. I am going to try. No, I'm not using your handle. Nope. Sorry. No. All right. I picked Thursday. I hope that's a good day. I know he was gone for a bit on Thursday, but I think we'll be okay with Thursday. If not, it'll just take me a second to put on Wednesday, Tuesday, or Monday. We already did enough of Friday. Yeah, wash your hands, Donald. I'm a server. You have no idea how many times a day I wash my hands. A billion. I'm constantly washing my hands. If I accidentally just touch my cheek, I have to stop what I'm doing and go wash my hands. Of course, it's in December. Mine's in December.
It's on dock today.
I love
Shell.
that jacket.
Shell.
I know you all love that Pac-Man jacket and his other jackets, but this was the first jacket I saw this judge in. This is my favorite jacket on him. This is him right here, except he doesn't have a bow tie, and that's fine with me though, because I love it when he's in a regular tie. I really love this judge. Every day he makes me like love him more and more and more and more, and that's hard to do.
Yeah. What offer do you have on this case, please?
It's unserved, Judge.
Okay. You need to talk with your lawyer and look at the evidence and figure out what you want to do. The next time you come here next week, you must either accept the plea bargain offer from the state or I will immediately set your case for trial.
Barely remember
You get
that.
no more time. This case is 1,400 days old. You're out of time. Do you understand? Pick a day next week. You must be here and be ready.
Can we do it by Zoom, John? If
No.
we sign the plea agreement today, can we do it by Zoom?
We need him here to thumbprint, sign documents. We don't do pleas via Zoom. Where do you live?
Okay, that's true.
Where do you live? Okay, you can do it today or you can come back next week, whatever you want to do. But I'm not, it's 1,400 days old. I'm not giving you. Okay, all right. No, we're doing it today.
One case review.
Okay, tell me.
It's an expiration statement for cause 242-876-7.
On Mario Cruz?
So he's completed all of his conditions except his 30 hours of community service. He's having trouble because he works offshore, so when he comes here, he has very limited time to do it. So they're asking, can he donate canned goods or other community service?
No, canned goods, that's a bunch of baloney.
Okay.
I'd rather him do something more worthwhile, like, he'd do victim impact payment.
He did the victim impact panel, the repeaters, vendors, IOP, SOP, proof of education. He's paid all of his fees.
Hey, Mr. Haddad,
I'm nervous about that because it's a German beer. You gotta go to Germany to get it. Except my brewmaster in my bar is a magician. Like he makes the best beer I've ever tasted. This like when I drink his Hefeweizen, it hits the same pleasure points in my brain as eating a steak. I'm telling you. Just thinking about the Hefeweizen makes my mouth water. It's delicious. So try it. Go a couple miles away and try the Hefeweizen. I mean, I think you'll like it if you drink, you know, like Michelob and Bud and Coors and that kind of stuff. You'll like this. It's not like an IPA that's bitter. It tastes like divorce. But I don't know because I don't know how they made it. I don't know if they made it with love like they should have. No, it has. Do they really? Because it has like a banana-y. It's like banana-y, and I've never put banana with lemon together. I don't know. Bud Light has done me good for many years.
Just check.
Perhaps you have a better idea. Maybe I'll seek your advice. We have a
Yeah,
gentleman
so
here
much
who's on
better.
probation. He's
So
about
good.
to expire.
Okay.
One of the things he has left to do is,
He's gonna
looks
die?
like it's a DWS second, reduced to a first. Did the repeat offender, did the VIP. He's got 30 hours community service, so they want to do something else in lieu of the 30 hours.
You're
What do
asking
you
for a
think?
replacement.
Right.
Generally, I will, if they ask me that in the one community service, I'll ask them to do like a donation to Crime Stoppers.
All right. Guys, look at his tie. Look how he's tied his tie. It's meticulously perfect. And I don't look, I hope that's a pin because if it's not a pin, this man tied his tie with a design dead center. And I don't even think that's possible. Have you ever tied a tie before? Because you got to flip it. So he would have to know where that second flip is precisely. Oh, wait, flip it. Yeah, and then bring that up, down. He would have to know where that second flip is precisely to get that there. I hope it's a pin. Because if that's not a pin, this man is like, that's too much. Maybe OCD. I don't know. You can't be that perfect. How can someone be that perfect? Single flip. Even if it's single flip. Even if it's single flip, that would take talent to get that thing dead center like that. No, it doesn't taste like a banana. It's just tastes like a wheat beer. It tastes like beer. It's delicious. Hold on. Mm-hmm. It's delicious. Now I have to see if that's a clip.
It's like $100 donation.
Done. It's ready. No, but we already did that.
Oh, you did?
We already
Okay.
did that.
And this is a DWI?
It's a second.
Okay. Well, maybe Matt.
He paid all of his.
There you go.
Maybe donation to Matt, $100.
Okay.
Yeah, that would,
I'll do that. then.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was thinking more something like where he would learn, not just give money. So
Absolutely not, Donald. Anyway, I believe you, Kelly. I'm going with what you said because the other alternative is, unless Donald tells me that's how he does his ties, I need to know. You know what I'm going to ask when I get to the 15th, when I get there on the 15th, right? It's the first thing I'm going to do is look at his tie and say, how'd you do that? $95 for a case of beer. Just get a job at a bar. You get money and you get beer.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough though. What other classes there? Because
Or go to Germany.
what about reducing the community service hours?
the problem is he works offshore, so
Yeah,
it's
he
hard
works
for him to.
offshore, so he's only here for like 2 weeks. And
Okay. Yeah, I mean, really, that's all we can do.
I guess, you know what perhaps you can put together a list of all types of courses that you have. For when we run into a situation, maybe like a life skills or parenting, I don't know. You know, just, I think, I mean, I guess we'll do that now, but I
It
don't
looks lovely.
think that that really
Patriot
serves any
brown.
purpose. I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm gonna run to court 10. I'll be back.
He's going to court 10. Dude, Judge, we were already in court 10. It's fine there. The boy didn't get his GED done, so he's in big trouble. Anyway, it's weird because I feel like I'm like dissing the judge if I talk about how lovely this man dresses. But this man dresses so well every day. He's beyond. Okay, let's bring the judge back from court 10. He was there a while. Chat was going crazy. Chat was very interested about this guy in the bottom too. Come on, listen, guys. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing to the court on the 15th. Does it? It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I'm gonna wear jeans and my big dog t-shirt in a second. In real life, I dress in the baggiest stuff possible to me. Give me a 3 XXX t-shirt, please. That's what I'm gonna wear. In real life, I look like a square. You can't tell if I'm a boy or a girl. Now I have to find a dress. I have my boots. I love my boots. I tried them on today and I felt like a cowgirl. I don't think a t-shirt will do well in the court. I have a dress in mind. It's at Boscov's. I just need to go and get it. And I haven't even taken the trash out yet. So I don't know if I'm going to make it to Boscov's. That's a big deal. I'm tired. I'm definitely going to wear a dress unless I don't. I'm not wearing a t-shirt unless I do. Your brother disowned your family? Hey, I disowned my family. Is he single? Just kidding. Wait, when you say he disowned, did he disown you too? That sucks. There's the judge back.
Stop. Come on, Dylan, come on. Ay, ay, ay.
Page 5, Garza.
But hopefully it's for a plea, but I think you had gotten her to go for a test, and I think the free trial services person informed me this morning, she's not here now, but she informed me that she did test positive for drugs. So
What she test positive?
marijuana, meth, and Xanax.
How do they afford it? How do these people with no jobs afford fentanyl and meth? I can barely get eggs. How can they afford it? Someone explain this to me, please. I'm trying to figure it out.
Here's a list of it. Same thing she tested positive for last time. Shatoria, I'd like her tested on a weekly basis. Can we keep Ms. Garza here?
Talking about.
Can we do it? Is it too hard?
I can keep her for a little bit and then, she'll have to eventually go to the region.
Okay, I'm predicting it's gonna go elsewhere real quick. Because I'm gonna tell you now that if you continue to test positive, I'm gonna put you in a treatment facility. I want you to know this. The meth is going to stop one way or the other. And if it's something that we have to put you in a treatment facility, that's at a minimum 6 months and a max 2 years, so be it. But it's gonna stop, especially when you've got 3 kids running around you. How many kids you got? Who's got custody of the child? Okay, so you don't have custody of the child. Okay.
Oh, no, there's a U in favors.
Ms. Garza, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to a year in jail and, or I'm sorry, up to 6 months and $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. Are we doing a straight probation?
Straight probation, Judge, crossed out.
Just get the judgment or something. It's okay.
So I see that she has a theft that was dismissed in 22, another theft that was dismissed in 22.
Out of meth and fentanyl, I think fentanyl is worse, right? Fentanyl is worse for you than meth, or are they both terrible?
Do you have any other thefts, ma'am? Because what you need to understand is a third theft, you're looking at a felony, no more misdemeanors. Do you understand?
I'm calling bull on that. My sister has 100 thefts. She has like 1 felony.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no coming back. I want you to understand that if you test positive and you continue, because I'm going to give you a stop date by when meth should be out of your system. We're going to pick that date before you leave here today. And if after that date you test positive again, a motion to revoke will be filed. And then you're looking at up to, number one, you're looking at up to 180 days, but more than likely what will end up happening is.
What about cocaine, heroin? So we have cocaine, we have heroin, we have meth, and we have fentanyl. Is any of that like way worse than the other or not as bad as the other, or all 4 of those? In my head, all 4 of those are in one category.
You know, some kind of treatment facility. You understand? How do you plead to the offense of theft, man? Guilty or not guilty? This will end up as a conviction on your record. Where was it from again? Do you remember, Mr. Nee? The
Okay,
theft?
maybe.
Was it-
Maybe that's how she gets some of it. But drug dealers want money. They want you to pay for the drugs. So how do these people pay for their drugs? They don't just do it every once in a while. They need it like every day. Fine, Fozzie.
Target? Okay. No going to any Target? And they got everything back?
Yes, sir, they did. They called her coming out inside the store, after passing all points of sale.
Instead of the weather, couldn't you say how are the Phillies? Because guys, if you hadn't seen that game today, you should watch. Phillies beat New York. It was fantastic.
Okay. It's 180 days to be probated for 1 year. Thinking for a change, anti-theft class.
I don't even have
You will do a
monetization
TRAS, which
on
is
right
an
now.
evaluation to see what you may need. I'm going to tell you now, they're going to. You must, anything that they order you as far as a TRAS is concerned, the evaluation, you must fulfill those conditions as well. No drugs, no alcohol, random urinalysis, substance abuse treatment.
New York Mets versus Philadelphia Phillies. And Phillies won.
As needed and no going to Target. Are you sure? You ready? Get ready. It's gonna be a wild ride. Okay, man, I'll find you guilty. I will accept the agreement. We're gonna waive all your fees. Money is never an issue. I don't care about money. It's no concern. The idea is that you follow the conditions and you learn something so that you don't keep coming back. I mean, we're talking, what, 10 cases now? When does it stop? Good luck, Ms. Garza.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lee.
Doctor, I have a close friend who had the same thing happen to her daughter.
Cody Fetter, came back, you sent him on Tuesday.
Her daughter's name was Aiden.
For drug test.
Hopefully he was negative other than the THC.
Believe so.
I spoke to control judge and she said it was just shit.
So we will give 40 days from that first testing date. He's got to be negative from that 40th day.
Judge, you had ordered that he test by weight.
I too am a Pirates fan, 100%. However, I'm also live in Pennsylvania. Therefore, when the Phillies play, I say yay. Yay, Phillies. Plus, there's this one player, Alec Boehm, who's really cute. I found out today that he has anger issues. Like when he does something wrong, he like throws bats around and he has anger issues. So I'm no longer gonna marry him because you can't control your temper. You can't be around me. I I ignite tempers. But he's still very good to look at.
Are you taking that away or just making them say? That's important. And just, and this will help the court make a decision. He's going weekly to counseling.
I used to do Tasteful Treasures. I used to sell those Tasteful Treasures.
At his methadone clinic.
So much fun. Oh
For
my God.
couples counseling, and also he's doing a.
Come up, Mr. Fritter. Come up.
AMC.
This one.
Who?
AMC.
Like a movie theater?
Your notes was also,
Oh, right.
Katie Ford.
Mr. Fritter, you said that you're doing counseling. Where?
I've successfully discharged from the methadone maintenance program.
Okay.
So I was over 3 years sober. I did that in April. And when I got out of the clinic, so I don't have any reason to falter and start using drugs again, her current counselor does couples counseling for us once a week. And
You
I
told
still
me
need-
that you were gonna test positive for K.
Yes,
What's that about?
I got out of jail and I don't have an excuse. I was pretty pissed off when I got out, so.
But every time you get pissed off, if that's what's gonna happen?
No, actually, that's the first time I've used anything in over 3 years.
See what the doctor said? Gotta be in court today. She has to be in court today. So I told some people at my bar today that that I'm flying to Texas. He was from Texas. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Texas on October 15th. Flying out in the morning and flying back at 6 o'clock. And the other people at the bar were like, why? Why are you going for one day? I was like, oh, I want to go to this court. It sounds like to them, it sounded like I am going to court in Texas for one day. And I work in a restaurant. So they probably think I'm a drug addict, which is fair. I work in a
Idea
restaurant.
is that you don't ever, no matter how catastrophic the problem is. That's the idea. And that's why we do what we do here. Believe it or not, we care for you, Mr. Frater. We don't want you to fall through the tubes, the cracks, end up killing yourself because you have some catastrophic, because something bad's always going to happen. The idea is, how are you going to handle it? But running to that's not the right. That's why I'm doing this testing now, to ensure that it doesn't happen. I don't know, Abel. I don't know. If you are showing me that you're getting help on the outside and you can prove it to me, not through just your words, then I'm happy to relent. I would really like
None
it for you
me,
to do it on
Carrie. I
your
wanna go
own,
to
because
bed.
that shows me that you
Tired.
can do it on your own. You don't need our assistance. And if you can, then I'm happy to do it. But understand, I'm not going to take your word for it. I need some kind of other proof.
Oh, yes, Fozzie.
If you can show me
You're my
that, then I'm
drug.
happy to do it. Because that way, if you do it on your own, then I know you know how to do it.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fritter?
I have no problem doing
I
that.
only want the best for you, really, okay? The other thing is, have patience with other people. Because if you have issues, it's really not fair to make someone else pay for it.
You are much salsa.
That's the only other issue that I have, okay? Did you do the anger management class?
No, that's what I was saying. We did the couples counseling today, the anger management. I completed one when I was at probation a couple years ago. Can I call her and redo that one?
Your Honor, I was asking if you could do that counseling in lieu of
I was
the
number
anger
one.
management that you're asking for at the commission.
But I want it sooner rather than later. I mean, I want it
But I
now.
cheat.
I don't want it in 2 weeks, 5 weeks. I want it that now is the operative time for it to happen. Okay, so what's today, Thursday?
Well, the only reason I didn't do the anger is because we did the counseling with Colleen.
Show me,
Okay,
show me, and then I'm happy with it.
every
Okay,
Monday I can get her to do what the,
happy to do it.
okay.
So let's roll it to Monday and show me what you got.
Can it be Tuesday so that?
Hilarious.
Okay, I'm happy. I'm all right. Just remember, no issues. Ma'am, just keep me in the loop. Any issues, I'm here for you, okay? All right, guys. Good
I'm so
luck.
busy.
He might get into the Hall of Fame now, now that he died.
The next time I come to court, say if it's in a month, have,
You're not coming, you're coming on Tuesday.
oh, every Tuesday.
Right.
Oh, and that'll be, I hand you the Monday thing. Oh, okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Were there red this
Hi, Judge. You sent my guy, yesterday for, Travion Rogers. You sent him for drug treatment. He went and he was, negative.
Wonderful.
I told him today,
Negative.
because
Someone
his
is
mom
negative?
told him, if he didn't come to work today, he was gonna lose his job. So I told him, go to work. I will come in and talk to the judge. If you need him, I can bring him in tomorrow.
I'm happy that he's negative,
He's negative.
you know? It's just, they can verify that, right?
But I love
Um,
him. So he gambles.
Where are we going?
I gamble.
If he was arrested with 2 or 3 other people, all of their cases have been dismissed. State has offered us time served. We don't want time served. And if we have to, we'll set for trial.
It's getting old. It's
Yeah.
150 days.
Got no
So,
problem with the judge.
and I mean, I understand because he's got some baggage, so, okay. You want to set it off a couple weeks?
Yes, sir.
He's got to come back so we know what you want to do. And then at the next time we can set it, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
I didn't even
Thanks
think
for
about
coming.
that. Someone who's obsessed with feet, which I really don't think Donald is. I don't. I think that, anyway, they really should be good at foot massages, shouldn't they? Hey, Donald.
Yes, sir.
No, you don't understand. I got these new sneakers that are supposed to be, oh my gosh, Hoka. I don't know, Hoka. However you pronounce that in the real world is how it is. My feet hurt. I wear them. My feet hurt right now. Right this second, I'm sitting here and my feet are in pain, a lot of pain. So when someone says foot massage,
They're doing that.
I don't need your hand anymore.
So he only got this case and then I'm gonna dismiss it. So he's gonna end up sending it next time.
Yes.
Judge, hey, approaching on Lozado
No, they're
in
freaking
custody.
expensive.
Rosado?
Setting for trial, Judge. I spoke with Ryan yesterday and today. He said he didn't need to be here as long as the,
66 days old, am I right?
I thought I got really lucky. All right. My niece is outstandingly particular about how she looks. Okay. I don't give a anything how I look. But my niece is particular about how she looks. And hookah shoes are like very wide at the bottom. So she shelled out all this money for these shoes and she can't wear them because she thinks she looks ugly in them, which she could wear a potato sack and she is drop dead gorgeous. But she didn't want them. So I got them. And I don't know what I got. I don't know if they're the walkers or the runners. I've no idea. They're sneakers and they're cloudy. When you walk on them, they're cloudy, but they're just as good as New Balance. So there you have it from a server. Hookah is just as good as New Balance. I don't know which one is more expensive.
Yes, it's not very old. He's in custody.
They
Okay,
both
so
hurt.
you really want to set it?
Well, I mean, he can't take anything. It appears
Okay,
all written
yeah,
on
yeah,
the-
whatever you want. Just let them know that you're setting it so that
I
they
did. I
know.
texted Brian. He's the DVD prosecutor.
Oh, I see. Okay,
And so I
yeah,
let him
whatever you
know.
want, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Honey, I've seen you. You are gorgeous.
On Mr. Fox, judge, who has an MRP in your court. So I told you the last time I was here that we were in Fort Bend, that we were looking at getting into the DWI court program there. And I think I may have laid out what that consisted of. Would you like me to go through that again?
Sure.
Okay. That court program is roughly 12 to 18 months. He has to make twice a month court appearances, office visits once a month on top of that. They do random urinalysis 3 to 4 times a week. No, pardon me, random urinalysis 3 to 4 times a month.
I know that. Same here. Old men wear New Balance sneakers, but when you're walking, I do 25,000 steps on a Saturday. So yeah, I use New Balance sneakers because I have to use something that doesn't kill me.
Has to have an interlock, couple of VIP panels. Also, they have to do super intensive like treatment, like intensive outpatient,
I'm not
actually
buying
at the
them.
Fort Bend
They're so
courthouse.
expensive.
So they have to go up to the Fort Bend Probation Department. And the judge can order inpatient if they see fit.
And he gets it, and it gets dismissed.
No.
Is he
this-
pleading guilty to the DWI?
This is a second DWI, so this is not going to lead to a dismissal. This isn't like this is like their version of DWI court that we used to
Oh,
have.
so he's doing sober court.
Is
Yeah,
there
like, well,
nothing
yeah,
you
like
can
sober
do to
court,
fix
yes.
it?
And when we spoke to the Fort Bend prosecutor yesterday, Judge, they indicated it's gonna be a conviction.
Okay.
It will be a DWI conviction. I spoke to Jim. I told him if those conditions, he provides us with proof of that record, then I would dismiss the motion to adjudicate guilt upon the court's blessing as well.
Hi, Mark. This stream is about feet, just so you know.
How long is he gonna be doing it?
I'm sorry,
How long?
do we need to get into the program?
So is he already in or?
No, our next setting is January the 5th.
And then what?
Well, and then we're gonna do whatever
Are
they
you
ask us to
entering
do
into
to get
the
into the
program
program.
at
yeah.
that time?
I don't know if it'll be actually on the 5th, but I'll know before that day. So if
I mean,
we
I'm
reset this
gonna-
sometime after the 5th, we should be good. Yeah.
January 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like,
I didn't realize it was that long, Judge.
right. We're just kicking this can down the road when he could be getting
Not really,
treatment.
Judge. I mean, in
We
the end,
are though.
well, but in the interim, he's protected. I mean, the community's protected. And he's also, because, you know, he has a device, he's also in AA twice a week and sees a therapist on top of that once a week.
Show me,
So everything's.
show me.
Yeah.
Show me. If he's doing AA twice a week and seeing a therapist, show me. And then I'm happy to give you a reset. If you show me that he's doing these steps and being
Okay.
proactive, then I'm happy to set it to
Want to
January.
have him come out and talk?
No, if you tell me that he does it, then he should be able to show us.
Okay.
And then I'm happy to see it and then
Alright.
we could do their set. But
Okay.
if I know he's being proactive, then I'm happy to be
Yeah.
proactive as well.
Sounds good.
Anna,
I thought you said and.
no, Anna.
Okay.
I'm approaching a meeting.
You saw both BDRs? Okay. Are you okay with Monday and the other one?
We've already reached out to her.
Got it. Okay, you said Wiggins, Sterling, oh,
Do you have flour? Because if you have flour, then you can make the biscuits pretty easily.
Mr. Wiggins. Mr. Wiggins. Tell me what's going on with Mr. Wiggins.
He has a case in here. He picked up quite a few other cases. This court set his bond at $250,000. I am here to see if he would consider a reduction.
Is he bonding out? He's still at no bond.
He has bonds on most of his felony cases.
Aggravated assault from 8-9. I'm showing that it's at no bond still.
Okay.
If he gets a bond and when they set it, come back.
So in the Harry Potter books, they talk about budgies in on the news and things. It doesn't matter. But as an American, I never knew what they were. So every time I read that part for my kids, if I got tongue tied, I would just call them squirrels because in my head they were squirrels. I didn't know they were birds. I thought they were more like rodents. So now I think my kids think they're rodents, but that's okay. They'll live.
We can talk. It's a moot point and I'm not prepared, but he really scares me. You know, he's shooting at a car with multiple people. Did anyone get hit? No one got hit, right?
I don't believe anyone got hit. Let me double check.
So
That's an important fact,
I don't know.
lady.
When you get down that bridge where they've set that bond there
Okay.
and you know that he's ready to bond out, come and we can talk. I'm happy to go down, but
I thought about it this whole time and no, you're not going to be happy with cinnamon in your chicken. You just won't. You're going to think, it's edible, but it's not great.
I don't know what conditions would suffice to protect the community.
Okay, understood, Judge.
And that's my main concern.
And I don't know what they, no,
Can you just use noodles? You can just use noodles, like whatever noodle you have at your house. Try that. If you only have spaghetti noodles, then break them into like the pieces this big.
They're set up there for November 12th. So if you want to do the day after, the 13th, which would be a Wednesday.
okay, I just want to make sure if it was a Friday, I wanted to check with you, so
So
we didn't get fussed at. Sorry.
They're adults
And
now.
to
They
the- no
got
one got
this.
hit. No one got hit. There, shots were fired, but no one got hit.
Okay, maybe excuse.
Hi, Michael. Yeah.
Mr. Honor, for an arraignment.
Say it again?
Louis Salinas for an arraignment.
Yeah, we did it. I found probable cause. I just told him no drugs, no alcohol. He says he has a license and insurance, so he's all yours. Thanks, Michael. Mr. Paz.
Speaking of Linus, I wore orange today for Linus and she never showed. Sleeping, I bet. That's right. I'll see her in a couple hours.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey.
We're approaching on Mr. Taylor, Denarius Taylor. We've asked the state to eval, which they will do, hoping for a dismissal in the case.
Okay.
DWI, but
Is a week okay, guys, for eval
Yes.
on Taylor? Yeah? Okay, let's set it off a week. If and they don't, what do you want to do?
Your Honor, at that point, we will either go with the pretrial diversion and apply for that.
Is he approved? You know?
It's no accident, it's a 0.07, so
Okay,
it's
so
just
he's
a matter of applying. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll see you in a week and then we'll.
Maybe excuse me. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, looky who it is.
I know, I try to avoid this place like the plague when y'all decorate. No, last year when you had the Halloween decorations, every time I would get the spider web stuck to my jacket. And then I would go to another court.
Take a piece of this with you everywhere you go.
I did, but it was involuntary and the only other courts were like, I was leaving it because it would fall off. Yeah. That it says keep out. See, you're already not being invited.
How are you?
Oh, not bad. Yourself, sir? Glad to hear it. I have a Mr. Andrews, Latirius Andrews.
Okay.
It's evading arrest, I think April or February.
185.
April, there you go. Same transaction as 2 felonies, assault public servant and arson. Basically, it was a mental health break. He's running from the police and throwing crap. Jumps up, climbs up on the roof and jumps off a roof. Felony reset him to November 7th. It was set today. I obviously don't want to plead.
Not representing him upstairs, or?
I'm not.
Let's see who is. Do you know what's going to happen upstairs?
No, speaking with the client today. So he was set.
I think we're just educated in different things. Like I know the difference between a 22 and a 9mm shell casing. And I know exactly how long to deep fry an Oreo. They're just different things we're educated in.
In both today, went here, went there, came back. It
Come
doesn't,
up, Mr. Andrews.
it doesn't sound like there's any firm resolution, Judge. Go through that gate, sir.
Ms. Davis, what happened?
In which case? Or are you asking? what happened?
Andrews. like
What
in
happened
felony
today
case?
in court?
What's going on upstairs? Is there an offer?
Give us your super secret DA notes.
Let me double check. It doesn't look
I'm
like
playing
there's an
side
offer on the arson case and.
No offers. Okay. Your case is old. It's 185 days old. They set your felony off until no.
I am pretty sure most people in this chat know the difference between a 22 and a 9mm casing. If you are in America and you do not know that, just say so in chat. No one's going to say so.
November. I'm going to tell you now, by the next setting, we have to do something. I'm not going to keep this open forever. Just because you pick up felonies doesn't mean that I'm going to keep this open for the next year. So I will grant you the courtesy of keeping it until November, but that at the next setting, I need to know what you want to do. You must either accept a plea bargain from the state or we're going to end up sending your case for trial. By that time, you're at over 220 days. I'm not waiting anymore. That's it.
Commissioner said the same day as felony judge?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you must appear that day and be ready to accept something or I'm sending your case to trial. That's it.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah, just understand, we don't keep cases open forever. By 180 days in misdemeanor court, that's the time where we're ready to set cases for trial. Okay?
I was told by the number 2 to say please, but since you've already given me what I want, I went on the record that I did what she asked. So to say please. Thank you, Judge.
Great to see you, man.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
So may I approach? So I've got 2 sets of emails. Here's part 1. So this is the schedule, and those are the meetings he attended. So he's been going for a while. And then the next email I can show you is his current. So meetings that he goes to and a schedule. And then, so since he's been doing AA organically, i.e. not ordered by any court, he hadn't had a need to have somebody sign off on anything to say, hey, you've
It's
attended.
foolish for him to go and not have something signed
Okay,
off.
well, you know, he's
It should always, because otherwise who's going to believe him?
Well, you should always have him come up here.
So I'm going to have him do it now.
Okay. And and plus we're happy to give a urine sample or do whatever you want to do. We're great with that. But here's the other thing. I've got an idea.
Shoot.
How about, now that you would like to see that he's also doing the AA and proof of that, how about he shows you or he emails you proof every week?
Okay. Well,
At the
I'll
end
have
of
an
the week.
email to Shatoria, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll
So
send
instead
you
of go
proof, he'll have
twice a week.
somebody sign off on it, take a selfie of himself in the meeting, doing whatever is necessary. Okay? All right, sounds good.
We'll send him today for a drug test as well, drug and alcohol
Okay.
test, make sure. he's-
And then maybe reset. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta walk.
Another one?
Another one? Oh, it's not, no, it's our.
It's our guy.
Our guy, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I've just been a partner on that
It's from
case.
court.
Okay, great.
He's here, I can call him up if we needed to.
Please.
Come on up, sir.
And so this one, it has been indicted.
Yes, I indicted it.
What happened in the first one? Why was no PC?
Not a valid reason, which is why I indicted it, obviously. So let me look again at the notes. I think
I'm
it got,
curious.
I think like a PC judge said that, oh, yeah, he no PC'd it because there wasn't enough information for the DWI first conviction, which also wasn't true, but they've been doing some weird stuff. So it wasn't even a valid reason to find no PC.
Well, I mean, you had it indicted, so.
Yes,
it's-
and-
It is.
I will say that I'm not opposed to a PR bond in this case because he had been showing up to his felony. It took me a minute to indict it. And they've offered to
Maybe it's just my time slot that had this poll the way it was. I had a poll, which is bigger, which is bigger, a 22, a 9mm, or I don't know. And it was very even. Okay, I'm so glad 9mm won, because yes, a 9mm is bigger. But no idea came in above 22. So when you okay, when you buy bullets, 22s are the real tiny ones that, like, if they shoot you, you probably ain't gonna die. I mean, unless they like directly shoot you in your head, but most likely it's just gonna bounce off your head because it's a tiny little bullet. In rifles, it's just a 22. It's just a squirrel shooter. 9mm are what normal people carry around the street. Like when they say I have a Glock or something, they probably got a 9mm. I don't know. It's hopefully the I don't know crowd are the people across the pond somewhere, way, way. 9mm are bigger than 22s. Now you know. You can't buy bullets? You have to be able to buy bullets in Australia. You have dangerous creatures there. I mean, if I lived in Australia, I would own a gun. No, it's not a shotgun. If you had a SIG, you would probably have a 9mm. You definitely wouldn't have a. Hold on. I'm gonna see if there's a 22 SIG. Oh my gosh, there is. SIG has a 22. That's so cute. I didn't know that. It's for the lady folks. Because, 22s, they don't kick at all. You barely even know you shot a gun. All right, back to work.
Dismiss the felony if you please on the misdemeanor DWI. So we were gonna get a TRAS set up today as well.
So you want to do, is it probation that you guys want?
I offered probation.
So you don't want just a straight like
I offered
time?
But only because I'll give them the option, but I think.
Okay, whatever you guys want.
Is
I mean,
better.
if you're okay with the PR bond, then,
And I'm just getting appointed today, so I'm just gonna reset it one time, review everything and speak with my client and then see what we want.
what devices, if any, does he have now?
He doesn't have any devices now. Devices. No. Because it's
Mr. Alfred. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes, sir.
So you were charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. The magistrate found no probable cause in your case. However, as you know, the state can still indict your case and still charge you with the same offense. And in fact, that's what they've done. So now you've been indicted with the offense of driving while intoxicated, second offense. So what that means is that probable cause has already been found by a grand jury of at least 9, if not at least 12 people that have found probable cause. I'm going to order you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to test you like crazy. If I find that you're using any kind of alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? What do you do for a living?
He's singing, that's for sure.
You drive a forklift. Okay. How much money do you make a month?
About 2,000. 2,000 a month.
Okay. Do you have a Texas driver license?
No, I got my ID.
No, I didn't ask you if you had an ID.
No, I ain't got no Texas.
So how on earth are you driving a forklift then? I'm ordering you not to drive. You're not allowed to drive.
All right, this caused a lot of chatter in chat. Do you need a driver's license to drive a forklift? A driver's license. I don't mean are you certified to drive a forklift? I mean, do you need a driver's license to drive a forklift?
That includes a forklift. You ain't got no driver's license, man. I'm only asking you to follow the law. I'm not asking you to split the atom here.
ID.
I show an
I've
eligible
been away
driver's
all my life,
license.
man. I ain't got no vehicle, right now, nothing. I'm homeless.
Okay.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
I've been incarcerated out 13 to 14, 15 years. So I ain't get it.
What have you been incarcerated for?
Shit. They put a case on
Well,
me.
not shit. You've been incarcerated for something.
They put a robbery case on me.
They put a robbery case on you. Ay, ay,
Eligible to have a driving license, Judge. He's just never actually
Okay.
went and got a driving license.
Let's make a deal, okay? Your license is eligible. All you have to do is go to DPS and get one. When you do that, I'll allow you to drive. Okay? That means all you, that go to, I think it's 12230 South Gessner.
That's the big one I know.
Yeah, that's the one that gets you in.
Yeah, it's 1220 South Gessner. All you gotta do is go there, tell them you lost your license, and they're gonna give you another one. Don't drive.
I'm on the bus line. You see this bus line?
Here's the rub.
I'm on the bus line.
Okay, the other problem is this is a second offense, so I have to give you an interlock device. You are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have to blow and go, they're going to arrest you and put you in jail. So you got to be careful. If you're ever in a car, it has to have an interlock. Because you're not driving a car now, we were going to give you a handheld device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to us you're not consuming alcohol.
I know alcohol.
Don't use illegal drugs.
Hey, Raven. Interesting comments on my Kelly trial, day 10. Interesting comments.
No drugs.
We're going to test you. If you test positive, it's not going to go well.
We do that day in, day out.
Okay. We've given you a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Cleggett. He will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells us that you MIA, then we will revoke your bond. No more PR bonds. They've told you now, if you plead to the DWI, they're going to dismiss the felony. So it's up to you how you want to handle this, but at least you know that they've given you this offer at that time. Okay? Anything else, Allison?
Judge, what's gonna be solved, Judge?
Tell me you are always drunk.
1,500.
No objection, Judge.
Done. 1,500 bond amount, PR bond granted.
I think the judge is getting a cold.
For all his devices, for the portable and for his drug testing agencies. Mr. Alfred, I'm gonna waive your fees on everything. So money should never be an excuse for anything. All you have to do is get the portable device and show up to court. And if you can do that, good things will happen. And don't drive. That's it. All right? Okay, we'll have you come up, swear to this, you'll meet with pretrial, and then you guys are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, guys.
Judge, quick question. Did you want Mr. Fox to come back after the drug test?
I mean, do you have all the information that you need from him?
Driver's license?
Give me a second, let me do this.
No driving license, steps. Yes, driver's license, library insurance, and court fee. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for free trial. I'll meet you back in court. Actually, no.
Okay, so I'll
go ahead and
see
see
what and then just, if you need anything else, let me know. I'll do the bail order right now.
All right.
And then,
Yeah, we're gonna try it up because we can't.
Sorry, yeah, because
Yeah.
Yeah. if you want to go grab your bailiff can come and get him as well. I'm okay. Job. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Judge. He is a Spanish speaker, so if you want to talk to him.
Well, no, but he can't leave. You want me to tell? Can you go grab Mr. Cruz Hernandez, please?
Thank you, Judge. I'll stand out.
Thanks, Ricardo. You're the best.
Thank you.
Morning, Judge.
Mr. Newell,
Hi, Judge.
what's up?
How's it going?
Oh, hi, let's do it.
That's what they say. How are you, Judge?
Hey, we're almost done. So good. Okay, who do we have here?
This is Mr. Coots.
Coots.
I don't know how you call it. With this C.
Coots Cook.
Yes,
I'm not certified, but I've worked in many warehouses over the years where there were forklifts, and I really truly think I can do that. I've seen all the videos where the forklift driver knocks the whole stack down. I don't think that would be me. I don't know. Hey, legal fiction. Can you drive a forklift?
Mr. Coots Cook, you're charged of driving while intoxicated. First offense, it's elevated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000
I
fine.
really do too,
You
really.
also have a failure to stop and give information, meaning that you left the scene of an accident without exchanging information. What have you guys worked out?
He's getting a time served on the WI and the dismissal.
Is there any restitution that was owed as part of the FSGI?
They couldn't determine the restitution, and that is why they left that way.
That's right.
Yes, it doesn't look like we were able to get in contact with the complaining witness and
Donald.
figure out what
Still
was
dump.
Legal. Oh, he can drive a forklift. Yes.
Sounds me how when people get into accidents, they just don't want, okay. Mr. Coots Cook, you need to understand that this charge will go on your record. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
What happens if you are you a United States citizen?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission? What happens if you go to jail?
I don't know.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Legal. If I got you a forklift down in Georgia at like a peach factory where they keep all the peaches, all the Georgia peaches, would you drive that to get me some peaches?
Permission.
Second page, going to permission. Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail? I want you to think.
He knows immigration.
Right. It's sad that Mr. Newley had to tell you that you couldn't figure it out on your own. That's what you need to think about when you're out in the free world. The next time you go to jail, it will be long enough that immigration will get their hands all over you. No more PR bombs. Do you understand? It's very possible that whatever you may pick up the next time, you may be in there. And if you're in there for any longer than 4 hours, they may get their hands on you. And if they do that, stuck in there until you get to immigration. If I were you, I would never.
We just found out legal would make a very good politician. Do you see how you didn't answer my question?
Or get in a car, even if you've had anything to drink, because the slightest smell of alcohol, you will end up with a second offense. Do you understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be
If it's
deported,
more than 3
excluded
shakes,
from the country,
it's not
denied
BPA.
naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement and once you plead guilty, you can never change this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, guilty or not guilty? Mr. Kutzkuk, what did you learn here today?
About mistakes.
What did you learn here today?
I'm gonna start asking that after every single one of my streams. What did you learn here today?
Not to drive, well, after,
That's all we're asking. If you're gonna drink, don't get into a car. I'm now suspending your license for 90 days. Do not drive until you get a license. Best of luck to you. Thank you, Mr. Miller. No, he's gonna have to pay.
Okay. More Judge.
Hey.
I forgot to ask a question on my last case, Mr. Andrews. He is misdemeanor and felony pending. He's not here. That's not my client. He is on drug testing randoms here
Well,
and
that's not
court
gonna
dates in
happen.
felony court. And I was hoping that we could reform ours to have him only be on court dates.
I don't know, because I don't know how good he's been.
Well, as far as I know,
First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to see how many times he's actually been tested and how many times he's actually gone to test.
I'll confirm with Commissioner.
Please, and then we'll see. Okay. Hey.
Got a plea on Damian Jones.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir. He's right here.
Bringing him out to sign real quick, we're just trying to. finish
That's
this
okay.
forward.
Is that him?
John.
Okay.
He's about 45% or 20.
Judge, what are we pleading on?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Which one?
One theft and the other one's getting dismissed.
The new one or the old one?
The second one that's listed on the kiosk. So let me.
Let me see. I should be able to pull it up this way.
All right, it's the case number 253-034-801. I'm sorry, that's the PO, Judge. 253-034-601.
Okay, that's the newest theft case then. And then all other 3 ones are being dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you want me to stick around for the other?
Please, we'll do it next after this plea.
You know what we all should do after this stream? We should go watch Trailer Park Boys.
Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Come on, Joe, how you doing?
How's jail?
Oh, not too good, but I'll be able to manage to make it.
Yet you keep picking up case after case, and now you worked yourself in where you've got 4 open cases. What's it gonna take, man?
Hey, Judge, you won't see me anymore.
If I had 1 strand of hair for every time I heard that, I would have a full head. I'd look so good with the hair I have. Oh my goodness.
Head and a half.
I'd be a rock star.
Head and a half.
If I had 1 strand every single
I
time.
understand, Judge.
Are you homeless?
No, sir. I had lost my job, but I had got.
Trailer Park Boys is just a show, and it's so funny. All right, you watched the first show. I don't know how I got it to the second show because I watched the first show thinking, why in the hell am I watching this? This is so stupid. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're hooked and it's hilarious.
You know, hide back, so I won't be coming here, honestly.
There's another way.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
tell you now, Mr. Jones, the days of catch and release are over.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not gonna do this where you keep picking cases up, time served, keep picking cases up, time served. At some point, what I'm gonna do, and if you don't believe me, ask them. I will not do anything else. We will set you up for a TRAS. And if they tell me that you gotta do residential or some kind of dual diagnosis residential treatment, I'm gonna do it. But I'm done with catch and release.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand me? So the
Yes, sir.
next time you come back, you might be staying with me for some time.
Yes, sir.
You're charged with 2 counts of theft, a criminal trespass, and the possession of marijuana. The agreement that you have worked out is they're going to dismiss 3 of the cases and you're pleading guilty to 1 theft. The other thing that you need to understand is that theft cases are enhanceable offenses, meaning that if you continue to pick them up on your 3rd, you're looking at a felony offense years instead of days.
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial.
Hey, Victoria. Hope you have a good day at work with Judge Fleischer. Call out page 13 as much as you can.
Right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the officer?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I will find you guilty, send you to 30 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 13 days that you've done. I will roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, sir. Take care. Okay. You're good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Sorry. I confirmed with pretrial judge, he has had 7 negative P tests, and he's peeing again today for an 8th test since April.
If he's negative today, then we'll do what you asked.
Thank you, Judge.
I believe you.
Cruz Hernández. Tú eres la mamá. Ven, por favor.
I love Bubbles. I love Bubbles.
I understand that there was a conflict with the other lawyer. So I have let the other lawyer withdraw. I am now going to appoint you a new lawyer. I don't want conflicts to continue to arise. If conflicts continue to arise, then that means there's something wrong with then I will at that point be out of lawyers and you will be forced to hire your own lawyer. I want you to understand, Mr. Cruz, I do not want you out in the middle of the night. And I'm going to put an ankle monitor so I know where you are at all times. You are required to take your medication as ordered by a doctor.
Okay.
Is he under a doctor's care?
Not
Thank you. Yes, yes.
I'm not
No.
talking to you. I'm talking to your mom. Is he under a doctor's care?
Sí, por el momento.
Just for the moment.
How often does he go to the doctor?
This is from Luis, the interpreter. Tengo un tratamiento por 7 días y tengo que ir a recoger un tratamiento por esta vez. Y ahí tengo que ir a las citas y así.
That's right.
No, the other one. It's in, it happened earlier while you were gone.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you guys do now is I'm gonna have you take a seat
I have a doctor's appointment in 1 hour.
and then I'm gonna have a lawyer wait and talk to you guys, okay? Do not leave until we have the lawyer come talk to you, okay? Please. Victoria.
Yeah, she said, yeah. She's the girl.
Thanks. Thanks, Fred. Okay, take care.
Just like real spider.
You ready? All right.
No, that's,
I want you to understand that you're not allowed to use illegal drugs. And I'm going to test you a lot. I'm sending you now for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. The way that you have been acting in and out of here gives me pause. And I want you to understand there's always eyes everywhere. Eyes are everywhere. They're always watching the way you act, the way you talk, how you interact with people. You are on bond now because I gave you a free bond. You will not get another one. If you endanger my public, if you use illegal drugs, I'm going to put you in jail. And you need to understand, if you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail, immigration will put a detainer on you and you will sit in jail for 6 to 9 months waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do. Are you a citizen of the United States?
No.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Permiso, sin permiso, o con permiso, pero está vencido.
All right, John. I want you to try to be very good. Once you find out this person is not allowed to be in the United States.
So you're not with permission. You must be on your best behavior. You have a lot to lose. Once you get an immigration detainer, you will not get out. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm sending in for a drug test now.
Yes, sir. If I may.
Please.
Judge, he will come back positive for risperidone and active ingredients. I was given, or actually shown, the prescription for that. It is used to treat the symptoms of schizophrenia. He would also come back positive for Wafasine, I believe, and that's also used to treat high blood pressure and also ADHD.
Magnificent.
So he is under medical care of Dr.
I understand. And
Stephanie Ding, D-I-N-G, from United Health Harris County Psychiatric
The permission people.
Center.
Google it.
Just so the court's aware that he will come back positive for some of the.
I will never hurt or jail anyone that is being seen by a doctor and taking medicine prescribed by a legitimate doctor. If you are using marijuana, then you're going to go to jail. You are not allowed to use marijuana.
Mark, you came to play in Kelly's field. Kelly's field. She knows, or she's going to find out.
Alcohol or any other illegal drugs.
Hey, Jennifer.
Only things that are prescribed by a doctor. So if you're using marijuana, you better not. I'm going to send you for a drug test now,
I feel that's
and I'm going to
not
drug
right.
test you like crazy. Do you understand? Okay. I want to know what is going to come back tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, if for the medicine that he's prescribed, I'm okay with it. Anything else? No, sir. That's it. Eyes are
I
always
love-
everywhere watching you. Be careful what you do. Be careful what you say. Because if you run into the wrong person, it will not go well for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. See you tomorrow. Mr. Fritter, why are you still here? No, I don't think so. Abel, you're representing Mr. Fritter, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure because you know how these things go. But I think we have a trial in Judge Fleischer's room tomorrow. So we get to see some excellent jury selection happening tomorrow. Probably not on my channel, though. But after the jury selection, then I'll get all that stuff. I mean, I'll see the jury selection. If it's interesting, I'll put it up. But chances are you won't see the jury selection on my channel. Hi, Jennifer. So thank you for coming out, guys. We made it to the end of the stream. I got to go to the doctor now. Ugh. And I will see you in Judge Fleischer's courtroom in a couple hours. And then I'm going to bed. Thanks for coming out. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I'm gonna find a way to get Legal Fiction a forklift so we can film it. That would be great. See you all very, very, very soon. Michael, you made it to the end. You rock. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow or in a couple hours, depending.
Got these life echoes, digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Her eyes near a sky so blue. In her jokes there's a truth so true. With each stream she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.